Hello students, welcome back to my video channel. In today's lecture, we will learn unit number 6 in a subject called Advanced Computer Programming. Myself Vipul Kania from Jaivantrai Harrai Desai Polytechnic. These are the agenda of today's lecture, that is introduction of file management, defining and opening a file, closing a file, input output operation in file, and at last we will discuss command line arguments. So let us start with the introduction of file management. See, we have implemented so many programs till now, but what happens if the program terminates in between? At that time, whatever data we have entered or we have passed to the program, they all will get lost, right? So it is quite difficult for us to provide the data to our program at runtime. So to resolve these issues, programming in C language supports file handling functions through which we can provide or we can feed the data to our program using automatically or using the file. So first of all, let us try to understand that what is the meaning of file. Actually, file contains the related data and it is being stored on secondary memory. As and when the requirement of that file is available, at that time the computer programs read those files and write the output or the generated data to according files. Okay, so file, it is placed on secondary memory to store related data. Now what are the requirements of file management? So file management is time consuming process and it is quite difficult to handle large amount of data through terminal. Consider a situation when you need to pass the data of 1000 students from the terminal, then it is quite tedious task. Instead of providing such kind of data through the terminal, we can store them in a file and later on we can read the file. Next, data will get lost when computer is turned off or program is terminated. That already we have discussed, that in between, if our program will get abnormally terminated, at that time it is quite difficult for us to provide the same data to our program. Data cannot be stored permanently on disk without using file. Next one is the functions to be performed on file. We can create different operations, we can perform different operations on file, and those operations includes creating, opening, reading, writing and closing a file. C supports various functions to perform this operation. These are the functions through which we can access the file. The first function is fopen function. Fopen function is used to create a new file or open an existing file. It contains two arguments. First argument represents the name of a file and the second argument contains the mode of the file. If the file name specified in fopen function doesn't exist, then it will create a new file to that particular location with the same name. If the file is already available on the given location, then it depends that in which mode that file has been created. Second function is fclose function. Fclose function contains only one argument, and that is the file pointer. Actually, fopen function returns us a file pointer, which indicates that the file specified as an argument is successfully open, and to close that file we need to use fclose function. Next function is getC function. Actually, it is something similar to our getChar function of a C program, but generally getChar function is used to read a single character from the console. Similarly, if we want to read a single character from a file, then we can use getSeek function. It contains a single argument, that is file pointer, and it returns the successfully read character from a file. Next function is putC function. It is used to write a single character to a file. It contains two arguments. First argument will be a character to be stored in a file or a character to be written on a file, and the second one is a file pointer. Next two functions, fprintf and fscanf, are used for tabular structured file. Means a file which contains the data in a tabular format that can be accessed using fprintf and fscanf function. So fprintf function writes a group of multiple datas, or you can say a group of characters in a single statement. It contains three arguments. The first argument is the file pointer. The second argument is collection of characters like format string, user data, and in the third argument it contains a variable from which we want to write the data, or you can say the mixed data, in a file. Similarly, fscanf function, it can be used to read mixed kind of data from a file. Once again, over here we need to remember that fscanf function can be efficiently used when a file contains tabular kind of data, tabularly formatted data. It also contains three arguments. First argument is a file pointer, second argument is format string, and the third argument is a variable list where we would like to store the data whatever we are reading from the file. Over here we need to remember that fprintf and fscanf, they both are something similar to our printf and scanf function. The only difference is that printf prints the data to the console, scanf reads data from the console. Printf and scanf are having only two arguments, that is format string and variable, right? Over here fprintf and fscanf contains three arguments. First argument is file pointer, second argument is format string, and the third argument is variable list. Now next function, that is putw function. Putw function writes an integer data to a file. It is also something similar to our putc function, but the only difference is that this function is specially designed for writing integer kind of data to a file. Again, it contains two arguments. The first argument is of type integer and the second argument is file pointer. Next function, getW function. GetW function reads an integer data from a file. Again, it returns an integer number successfully read from a file. It contains only one argument, and that is file pointer. Next one is fseek function. See, this is quite important function so far as GTU examination is concerned. and understanding is concerned. Actually, if we want to move our reading or writing pointer to a specific location in recently opened file, that we can use fseek function. Fseek function is used to reposition the current pointer in recently opened file. It contains three arguments. The first one is file pointer. The second one is the number of characters to be moved, and the third argument is from where the number of arguments to be moved. Its third argument can have three constants, that is seek underscore bag, seek underscore cur, and seek underscore and. The corresponding integer value for these three constants are 0, 1 and 2. The next function is ftell function. Ftell function gives us the current position in a file in form of bytes. Next function is FEOF. FEOF function is generally used while we are reading a file. Actually, it is used to test whether we have reached to the end of file or not. It contains only one argument, and that is file pointer. Let us understand the working of these functions in detail. The first one is defining and opening a file. File can be defined using the file data type structure, and it is defined as data type in C. When we open a file, we must specify the operation to be performed on it. The syntax for defining and creating a file is as follows. We need to write down the below statements in a main method, that is file space pointer fp, that is file pointer, and fp is equals to fopen into bracket. The first argument will be the name of file along with the path, and the second one is the mode of file, that in which mode we would like to open that file. If the file name we have mentioned in a fopen function is opened successfully, then it will return the reference of that file. If due to some reason the mentioned file is not open, then it will return a null. File can be accessed in a C program using fopen function, which takes two arguments. The first one is a file name that represents the file to be read or write, and the next one is the mode that represents the purpose of the file to be opened. File can be opened in following three modes. Number one, read mode, write mode and append mode. When we open a file with write mode, and if the specified file doesn't exist, it creates a new file. But if the file is already exist, it deletes the content of that file and creates a brand new one. When we open a file in read mode, the file will be open for reading if it is available, but it returns error if it doesn't exist. File can be opened using fopen function. It returns null if file can't be opened due to some reasons, like the file is being used by the another program or the file name is misspelled. File handling modes. As we have discussed that fopen function can be used to open a file for perform various operations. In fopen functions, the second argument represents the mode of a function, which represents that in which kind of mode we would like to open our file. So these are the file modes which can be supported by the C program. The first one is read mode. For that, we need to write down R in the second argument of fopen. W, for writing mode, A for appending mode. Append means it won't remove or delete the existing data stored in the file, but instead of that it will merge the existing data with the new data. R plus function, R plus mode, it will open the file in double mode, that is reading and writing mode. We can perform reading and writing operations simultaneously. W plus, it is also same. It will open a file in writing and reading mode. A plus, it is used to open a file in reading, writing along with the appending mode. RB, where B represents the binary mode. RB stands for open a file in read mode, open a binary file in read mode rather. WB represents open a binary file in write mode. AB stands for open a binary file in append mode. RB plus represents the open a binary file and reading and writing combined mode. WB plus represents open a binary file in writing and reading combined mode. AB plus represents open a binary file in reading, writing along with the append mode. So these are the different modes which we can use in our C program for performing various operations using files. Now closing a file. File is a kind of resource which can be used by a programmer as and when it is required. So it must be closed when all the operations have been completed on recently opened file, so that in the next stage or in the next step we can perform other operations by opening those files, or other programs can use those files for different purposes. It ensures that all the information associated with file is cleared from the buffer and all links to the file is broken. File can be closed using fclose function, that is, the initial two statement represents how we can create and open the file in respective mode, and the last statement represents that how we can close the recently opened file. The next one is input and output operations on file. See, as we have implemented so many input output kind of programs using the console, right? The same things we can do over here using the different functions, and the first function for that is getC function. GetC function is used to read a single character from recently opened file. It returns the read character. If it returns EOF constant, then it says that it is the end of file character. For example, while C is equals to getC into bracket FP, where FP is a file pointer, if the entire value is not equals to end of file, it means the read character is not end of file, then we can read the file till the end of file. Okay, so printf %c. As I have written the comment over here, this loop will get executed till the last character of a file and prints the content of a file to a console. Above code reads a recently opened file in read mode and print its content till the last character. Similarly, we are having putC function. It is used to write a single character to recently opened file. For example, while C equals to getChar, if that character is not end of file character, then put the read data from the console to the file. As you can see over here, the above code reads a character, a single character from a console, and writes it to a file recently opened in write mode. We must close the file after completion of reading or writing operation using fclose function. The example of fclose is written over here, that is fclose into bracket we need to pass the file pointer. We need to remember here that fp is the first statement which we had written in our previous two slides, that is file pointer fp. The next function is getW function. Remember that this function is specially designed for integer kind of data. It is used to read an integer from recently opened file. It returns the read integer. If it returns EOF constant, then it represents the end of file. For example, while n is equals to getW fp, if n is not equals to end of file, then print those data to console, or you can say print the number, read number to the console. The above code reads integer number from the recently opened file and print it to a console. Such kind of logic can only be used when our file contains only numeric data. Next function is putW function. It is used to write an integer to recently open file. For example, let's say we are executing a for loop for 10 times and we would like to write the value of I to a file. Then we can write this logic for I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, put W I comma fp, that writes an integer to a file. The above code writes integer number to recently open file. Fprintf function, it can write group of mixed data to a file. The syntax for that is fprintf file pointer, percentage format string, and variable list. That is fprintf fp, my name is percentage s, comma name. It will write my name is whatever value our name variable contains into a file. Second statement, fprintf fp, my age is percentage d. Instead of name, it will be age. So it will write my age is 33 in a file. Fprintf fp, name colon percentage s, comma age colon percentage d, comma name and age. It will write name colon Vipul and age colon 33. See, fprintf can be used to create the file with special type of structure. Above code writes group of data to the recently opened file. Next function is fscanf function. It can read group of mixed data from a file. It can be used to read file with specific tabular structure. It returns the number of successfully read items. The syntax for that is fscanf file pointer, comma format string, comma ampersand variable list. As I told you, it contains 3 arguments. That is fscanf fp percentage s space percentage d, name comma ampersand age. The above code reads group of data from the recently opened file. It reads stored data in a file and store it in a name, that is character array, and age in integer variable. When end of file is reached, it returns EOF constant. Fscanf function returns EOF constant. The next and the very important function, that is fseek function. Fseek function is used to reposition the file pointer of a stream. It returns 0 if the pointer is successfully moved. The syntax for that is fseek file pointer offset value seek constant. That is, if I write fseek fp comma 0 comma seek set, seek underscore set, the equivalent constant value is 0, which is written in the comment section. The above statement sets the pointer to 0th position from the beginning. 0th position means what? It is a first character stored in our file. And as you can see over here, I have used seek constant as seek underscore set. It means it is the first character. It will set the zeroth position from the beginning. Fseek fp comma 5 comma seek underscore cur, where the constant for the same is 1. It sets pointer to fifth position from the current position. If I write fseek fp minus 1 seek underscore end, then it will set a pointer to first position in reverse from the last character. Next function is ftel function. It returns the current position of the character being read from a file. It tells me that currently where the pointer or cursor is, or you can say ftel function tells us that which character is next to be read. It returns an integer or long integer value. The syntax for the same is ftel file pointer. You can write it in C program using integer p equals to ftel fp. The above statement returns the position of the character to be read next on form of 0 based index value. Next function is feof function. It returns non-zero value when it reaches to the end of file. When the current cursor position in the file is not end of file, then it returns 0. Means if there are still data available in a program, then the value of feof will be 0. Generally, it is used along with the fseek and ftel functions to move the cursor or the pointer to and fro in a file. The syntax for the same is feof file pointer. Next and the last topic of today's lecture, that is command line argument. Command line argument, it's a parameter supplied to a program when it is invoked. Sometimes what happens, we are unpredictable that how many inputs we require for a program. Though we have implemented so many programs without command line argument, right? But in those programs, there is always a limitation that what happen if we would like to read more, if we would like to input more data to our program as per our expectation. At that time, we need to change our code and compile it once again. But with the help of command line argument, it is not required to recompile or edit the existing code. How we can do that? That we will see with the help of a simple program. Command line argument may represent a file name a program should process. The main function of C program can take arguments like other functions. It takes two arguments called argument counter and argument vector. Argument counter simply counts the number of arguments on command line, and argument vector represents an array of character pointers that points the command line arguments. Here, size of argument vector array is represented by argc. We can execute such program by making .exe file of a program. That is, till now we are executing our C program using Ctrl F9 key, right? But command line argument program cannot be executed like this. If we would like to execute command line argument, then we need to create an executable file of those programs using by pressing F9 key only. At that time, it will create, Turbo C will create an executable file for the same program at the location where our source code is available. Then from the command prompt, we need to execute it like below. For example, I have created my myprog.c file in C drive. At that time, I can open the command prompt and write the following command: cprompt myprog.exe space hello space abc. For the command line given above, the argument counter value will be 3 and argument vector array can be as below. In the first index, in the first argv of 0, it will store myprog.exe. argv1 equals to hello and argv2 equals to abc. Over here, we need to remember that when we change our program, at that time we need to regenerate our executable file once again by pressing F9 key only. Here is the sample code for the command line argument. We are over here, we have, you can see we have little bit modified our main function, that it right now our main function contains two arguments, that is argument counter and pointer argument vector. Void main integer argument counter comma character pointer argument vector. Integer I equals to 0, I less than argument counter and I plus plus. Printf argument vector %d colon %s slash n comma I comma argument vector of I. What it will do, if I execute this code, let's say I am storing this file as myprog.c, and after that I will make an executable file for this, and if I write cprompt myprog.exe hello space abc, then it will generate the same output whatever we have listed over here. Always we need to remember that the by default first argument argv of 0 will be always the command name, or you can say a file name. I hope you understand the file management in C in today's lecture, right? Thank you. Thanks for watching my lecture.